YouTube, how's it going? Welcome back to Bananas Epic Gaming. And today, a part of the 31 Days of Halloween, I'm going to be ranking the 2010's horror movies. These are all the movies that came out in 2010 to 2019. This is my personal opinion, so here we go. The first movie is a favorite of the horror genre, and that's Cabin in the Woods. I personally liked Cabin in the Woods, but I didn't think it was... You know what? No. Cabin in the Woods is one of the best horror movies to come out in the 2010s. You got Chris Hemsworth, and you got... I forgot the other actress's name. Chris Hemsworth is one of the main people in that movie. And you had all these possibilities. You could have a ghost, you could have... a tree, and there was like little horror nods to movies from the past. I enjoyed Cabin in the Woods. Now the next movie is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre in 3D. I didn't like it that much because, for one thing, you try to make it a direct sequel to the first one, which is good. But you also messed up your timeline. Because the actress that plays the main lady in it, she's not going to be 20. She's going to be in like her late 30s, maybe early 40s-ish. Just because of the timeline, the continuity got messed up, that's why I'm going to put it at a C. Because they did have some good kills for a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. Up next is A Nightmare on Elm Street. I said in yesterday's review rankings that Katie Cassidy, for me, was the only good part of this movie, and that holds up still to this day. Robert Englund is the only person that will ever be Freddy Krueger to me. Up next, we have the first Conjuring movie. Now, this is one of the best horror movies I've seen in a long time. Yes, I know it's just jump scares and there's like no high body counts and there's really no deaths in this movie. But the fact that this is based on a true story and you can go and visit the Conjuring house in real life makes it that much better. Insidious 2, I liked Insidious 2. I thought it was a good sequel to the original Insidious. Insidious has one bad sequel, and that's the last one they made. Insidious 3, I enjoyed Insidious 3. The fact that it was a backstory, it wasn't a sequel. It happens before part 1. Just my opinion, I thought that was a good direction to go. First Insidious is not top tier for me, but it is good. You have 3 good sequels back to back, which is hard to do in horror. Paranormal Activity, their new one's coming out at the end of the month. It's a reboot of the series. I believe it's called Paranormal Activity. I completely forgot. I looked at it earlier today. But I enjoyed the Marked Ones. I thought the Marked Ones was one of the best sequels of that series. Is this Paranormal Activity 2? I enjoyed Paranormal Activity 2. Paranormal Activity 2 happens before the first one, like a couple of weeks, maybe like a month or so. And once you saw that, you're like, oh, yeah, this is not going to end well. The third one, I didn't really like Paranormal Activity 3. This one goes back to when the sisters of 1 and 2 were kids. And then you get to see what happens to their parents. I didn't like that. Just my opinion. But it was good. Paranormal Activity 4, I liked Paranormal Activity 4. I'm sorry, I'm a little sick. I thought the actress who's now going to be in Ant-Man 3 did a great job in this movie. And I can't wait to see what she does in the Ant-Man movies. The first Paranormal Activity is arguably one of the best Paranormal Activity movies and arguably one of the best paranormal movies made during the 2010s. I'm really interested to see what they do for the new version. This is Saw. I don't know what Saw this is. I think it's the final chapter. Yeah, I did not like this movie. Just my opinion. I thought the deaths were kind of cheesy. And like I said, Saw is just torture porn. That's all it really is. Sinister. Sinister is one of the best horror movies to come out in the 2010s and maybe the 21st century, in my mind. I love Sinister. I would love if we got a Sinister 3, but I don't see that happening. I haven't seen this movie. And I haven't seen this movie, but I've seen the trailers, and it looks good. VHS 2. I enjoyed VHS 2. I thought VHS 2 was on par with Part 1. I thought they each had their own strengths and weaknesses. Is VHS 2 the one with the alien one? If it is, then it belongs up here. Yeah, it is. VHS 2 was that alien one. The last one you see is great. The Conjuring 2, I like the Conjuring movies, but the second one wasn't my favorite. Annabelle, good movie. And the fact that they can make a paranormal, a Warren universe is tremendous. Halloween 2018. This is the best Halloween movie since Halloween H2O. I don't care what anybody says about that. That is the best Halloween movie since Halloween H2O. I'm trying to see what the heck this is. I don't think I see that, but Annabelle 2. Annabelle 2 or Annabelle Comes Home I thought was a good movie. I enjoyed it. Hang on, we're missing Annabelle. Annabelle 3. The Babadook. Babadook is one of the scariest movies. I saw it when it was on Netflix. I saw it again during quarantine. And I thought it was a good movie. Don't Breathe. It's been a while since I've seen Don't Breathe. I'm going to put it at a B because Don't Breathe has a really good fan base. And I remember enjoying Don't Breathe. Get Out. I thought Get Out was one of the best horror movies in the year it came out. I believe it came out in 2018, 2017. Hang on. Get Out. 2017. Okay. I was close. I haven't seen Glass. Happy Birthday to You was a decent sequel for the Happy Birthday movie, which is right here. I enjoyed this one a lot. But Happy Birthday is still the best one out of those two. I haven't seen Hush. I haven't seen this one. Insidious: The Last Key. Yes, it's another backstory, but I personally didn't really enjoy the second one. I mean, this one, I'm sorry. The second one I loved. Is that it? Chapter 2? That is. It can go down here, and it, Chapter 1, can go in A. Because Chapter 2 I didn't like at all. I thought it was awful. Not the acting. The acting was good, but it just did some stuff that I didn't like. And the first I thought they did a tremendous job. It Follows. I remember being extremely creepy when I watched It Follows. I mean, isn't that the one? Yeah, a killer that you can't see coming after you, and you have to see who goes bump in the night to somebody and hope they do it to them because it goes after them. Creepy. Because you would never know. You had to be wide, like have somebody watch after you. Jigsaw, I wasn't a fan of that one. I didn't like it at all. That's another Saw movie that I wasn't a fan of. Lights Out. When I saw Lights Out during quarantine, I wasn't really a fan of that, but I watched it again recently, and I like it. I haven't seen that movie. Oculus. This is the WWE movie, right? The one with Nebula from Guardians and the MCU. The only reason that's not going to be up here is because of the ending. I didn't like the ending. Ouija 2. I thought Ouija 2 was a decent horror movie sequel. And it ties back up into the original Ouija, which I am a fan of. Shelley, who is in the Teen Wolf universe, she plays Malia. Hopefully she comes back and plays Malia again. The first Purge, I liked the first Purge. I haven't seen Election Year, I don't think. Hang on. Purge Election Year. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I have. Okay. Because I believe that's the one where this guy right here is trying to save people, right? He runs into a family. I'm pretty sure I've seen all the Purge movies, and I haven't been a fan of the last few of them. I'm going to rewatch them again. And I might do a Purge ranking video for a Cage Talk. The Ghost Dimension, awful. Just awful. And I think that's why they're rebooting it. I haven't seen the Pet Sematary remake. Haven't seen this, and I have not seen this. But I have seen Scream 4. Scream 4 was a good continuation after Scream 3 nearly killed the series. And after we got Scream 4, we got the TV series. And you know, I like the TV series because of Carlson Young, who plays Brooke. I love Brooke. Sinister 2, I thought it was a decent sequel, but I wasn't a fan of how the movie ended. Slender Man, awful. Have not seen this. And I haven't seen this, but I've seen I've seen trailers and people have told me about it. Is this Strangers 2? If it is Strangers 2, I thought Strangers Pray at Night. Hang on. It's a 2018 film, right? Yeah, that is Strangers 2. I thought the way that they killed off the dude was nasty, and I enjoyed some of the kills. And like James said from Dead Meat, the mom in the movie was one of the best parts, and they killed her off early. The Nun, I watched The Nun with Anthony, who has been on this channel before, and our friend Logan. We were like one of the only people in there on the last showing of the night, and we were literally walking out with the only people in the theater. It was creepy. The Boy, I've not seen The Boy. The Bye Bye Man, decent movie, but I was not a fan of that movie. The Curse of La Llorona. I thought it was a decent take on that folk tale. I have not seen this, and I have not seen this. Okay. VHS. The original VHS is top tier. one of the best movies I've seen in horror-wise of the 2010s. And I saw it on Netflix. So I saw it basically for free because I use my brother's. Thank you, Joshua. I saw Us doing Quarantine finally. Yeah, it was good, but it was not as good as Get Out in my mind. Unfriended, the first Unfriended. I loved it. It was a good horror movie, and it was a good concept for a horror movie. I mean, over Skype, that makes everybody conscious on using Skype now. And Unfriended to the dark web. I'm gonna put it at S too, because this what happens when you take something that's not yours. You may take something that belongs to somebody that is evil, and that works in some creepy stuff, and they have people that come after you. So be careful. Don't take stuff that doesn't belong to you, kid. This is what I'm trying to say. And this is my ranking of horror movies of the 2010s. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Tap that little bell on the YouTube app so you guys never miss an upload. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.